So, I thought I'd make something up about belief. I have my cat here, Sierra, who's a little overweight. She's like her mom. Actually, she's a lot worse. And I've got my little lovebird making really a lot of noise. No, the subject of belief. Something that I was thinking about today. Oh, now Sierra's climbing up onto my lap and laying down. Yeah, since I got the dog, the cats have been feeling neglected. People don't realize that Star Trek is real. It's true. I've been up there. I was beamed up when I used to deliver the newspapers, when I was 15 years old. I saw something flying over. It was still dark out, and I thought the lights looked kind of familiar, but I wasn't quite sure, so I used my, invisible communicator and said, "Beam me up, Scotty." And the next thing I know, I was like on the transporter pad, and it was all real. And I got to go on the 5-year mission. I was one of the crew. That's amazing. I didn't get to have, I was never really an officer. I was just kind of like, I was a grunt, I wasn't even one of the people in red. I was even below that. So I didn't get to go on any landing parties and stuff. And I was like the person that you never see who picks up the plates after people are done in the mess, and puts them in the little disposal thing, that recycles. Yeah, so that's what I did. I did that for 5 years. It was great. William Shatner wasn't really Captain Kirk. That's something else. People think that the human actors that you see, running around still were the actual crew of the Enterprise, and it's not true. They were not the actual people up there, flying around. But I think that Gene Roddenberry had been communicating with the actual ship, and that's what inspired the whole series. And so what you see on TV is just a 1960s version of what is really going on. It's amazing. What do you mean you don't believe? You don't believe me? Oh my God, you must be stupid or something. Why not? I was there. I was actual. I'm a what do they call it? I'm giving a living testimonial of what I went through. First-hand experience. I'm not even saying that a friend of mine said this to me. I'm saying that I went through this myself. I did. In fact, I'm thinking I might write this down and start a religion. But I don't understand why you don't believe me. I mean, I could give you detailed descriptions of the landing parties, the adventures that the ship ran into, and the enemies that they had, and lots of conflicts, and I could draw a schematic. Except I'm probably not saying that right. But, I'm not very technical. Just because I was on the starship for all this time doesn't mean I have to be very smart. But the point is, I was there, and it was real. It was real. And it really pisses me off that you don't believe me. I mean, I'm finding it really offensive that you don't believe me. I can't believe. Why are you so stubborn? Why are you so hard-hearted? I tell you it's true. What do you mean? Evidence. You want me to provide evidence? Well, I'm sorry I didn't have my camera there at the time. I could draw you pictures of what some of these people look like. Would that be enough? And I'll write it down in a book. I think that should be enough, don't you? I mean, that and the fact that I'm telling you what happened. I just think that you should believe me because I'm firsthand. I was there. I was there. Why would I lie about something this important? So yes, I think you're a shit. That you must be evil. That's it. You're evil. You don't believe me. You must be Okay, either you believe me or you're a Klingon. You're a Klingon. If you don't believe this is true, you're a Klingon and you're the enemy of the Federation. And I think it sucks. I think it's really amazingly stupid of you to not believe me. How dare you? Oh my gosh, I don't even think you should be a citizen of this country because you don't believe me. I don't think we should elect a president who doesn't believe me. You know, and I think that this whole country needs to have the moral standards that I learned while I was on the ship. Because they're the only ones that are right. You know? Everybody else's ideas, they're totally off. Okay, does this conversation sound incredibly stupid to you? I mean, the whole idea of somebody being told that they have to believe something or they're bad. I mean, how can you force anybody to believe something? How can you call somebody bad for simply not being able to believe something that, I'm sorry, sounds ridiculous and absurd to them? You know, people don't go, okay, I'm going to not believe just because it's going to piss somebody off that I don't believe. People aren't walking around going, I'm going to be defiant and just not believe, you know, so because it's so cool. If you hear something that you don't believe is true, can you fake believing just because everybody wants you to believe it? Just to make everybody happy? Are you going to walk around faking that you believe it? To fit in, to conform? And would you think it was right for people to get pissed at you? Because you can't honestly believe something, they're going to get pissed at you? And brand you Satan spawn and a Satan worshiper just because you can't believe something? How would you like to be judged based on something that everybody believes that you find absolutely ridiculous? What if everybody in the country believed that the Starship Enterprise was real and that I actually had been there and I'm an ambassador from you know, they picked me up special. They put me through 5 years of, you know, intense education on how our morals should be and how we should build our civilization. And they sent me back down here and I'm supposed to teach people the way, the only way. And if they don't learn this one way, the race of humanity is doomed. Okay? So I'm here to teach everybody. Now, and let's say the whole majority of the country believes it. But you can't possibly believe it because you just, you know, it sounds so incredibly asinine. Would you like it if people judged you a bad person because you can't believe something that's ridiculous to you? Judge you a bad person. Judge everything about you as bad and evil, and there's something wrong with you and you need to be fixed. They're going to keep working on you, and it's like a campaign to get you to convert and be believe like everybody else believes. How would you like that? If that's how it was. You woke up one morning and overnight this weird thing happened and all these people around you suddenly were believing in leprechauns, okay? Everybody believed they seriously believed in them, and they actually were terrified of leprechauns. And you were like, what the fuck, okay? There's no such thing. What is wrong with you people? There's no such thing as leprechauns. And they looked at you like you had just spreaded horns on the top of your head. And they started judging you based on the fact that you didn't believe, and maybe you even lost your job because it got out that you didn't believe, and they, you know, maybe you tried to run for office and they cornered you, the press cornered you and shoved a camera in your face and demanded to know if you believed in leprechauns, and you said no, and oh my God, suddenly you're like you're like the villain that nobody wants to have running the country. Anyway, this is getting stupid. I don't want to keep going with this, but I hope the point is, what is atheism? Atheism is people who cannot believe in a God. There's no proof of it. There's no evidence of a God. And I'm sorry saying, look out your window, it's everywhere. No, that's called nature. Show me proof of God. Proof of God is something that cannot be explained by natural explanation. There's no natural explanation for it. It's beyond, it's supernatural. Show me something that can't be explained in nature or is very likely to be explainable in the near future. There is no proof in God, and I'm sorry, I can't believe in it. That doesn't make me a bad person, and it doesn't make me, I shouldn't be offensive to anybody for simply saying that I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. Why is that offensive to you? Why do you care that I don't believe in it? Anyway, I just get annoyed with the whole attitude that, I don't care about people believing in religions. I think people should be able to believe whatever they want. And if it makes them happy and it gives them comfort, great. What I do object to is people trying to shove their beliefs in my face and telling me that I'm a bad person because I don't believe like they do. Or looking at me like I'm broken because I don't believe what they believe. So that's all. My little bird is up there singing. And anyway, that's what I wanted to say about belief. And that's what I believe in. Now, I have a bird seed on my lip. Well, I'm surrounded by birds. What do you think? Okay. Thanks for listening. Bye.